No Capfeines, the podcast. No Cap. No Capfeines, the podcast.
Hey you guys, thanks for tuning back in to No Capfeines. Tonight we have on our show tonight, we're just going to talk about, the new group that we just started. We definitely thank you guys for joining the group. Just let you know that we will have daily topics in here, either from, one of the group members will introduce topics all the time. You guys are more than welcome to post anything you guys want to talk about, because you're all going to be part of the conversation. The only thing we ask is we just respect every member in the group. There will be no bullying will be tolerated at all. Everyone has different opinions, and we want to hear different opinions. And we also don't want anyone to just try to agree with people because you know them. Just go and speak the truth in the group. That's what we want to hear. So for the first thing we want to talk about tonight is the picture of Dwayne Wade's family and his son Zion in I guess it was a little crop top he had on, and everyone's opinions on that. So we're just going to shed a brief light on that, give you our opinion since it was expressed in the group. We're not going to spend too much time on that. So I guess we'll start with Jaylene. Go right ahead.
I honestly don't see nothing wrong with Dwayne Wade still posting his son. Like, are you supposed to just ban your son because plus he's a public figure, so how is he out of nowhere just gonna not post his son because his son decides to be gay? Now the nails, I do feel like that may be a little too much, but I mean, if he wants it, he wants it. Honestly, it ain't me, so I can't really relate. But I mean, I feel like ain't nothing wrong with who you want to be. We all should accept each other for who we want to be.
How I feel about the topic, I neither agree or disagree. People are going to raise their kids how they see fit because they're the one feeding them, clothing them, and keeping a roof over their head. But when it comes down to me and the way I parent, it would be a lot different than what he's doing. I know it's hard to save kids from what they see on TV, but I can, put in those extra steps to prevent what they're what they're seeing. Like, I don't want them becoming incepted, if that's a word. Inception. But I really don't have much to say on the topic, so yeah, that's how I feel. It'll be a lot different. It'll be the total opposite of what he's doing with his son.
Okay. Go ahead, Zay.
I guess that leaves me, personally, I feel like it has really nothing to do with how you raise your child. I feel like regardless of what you do or how you raise your child is going to like what they like. Growing up in a household where that was not accepted and, realizing that I do like girls, it was hard for myself because it was like hearing my parents say, that's not right, that's not the right way to live. It did make it hard for me to be who I am. It was pretty funny though, having guys come over and my parents be like, oh, don't close the door. But as soon as one of my girlfriends come over, we in there cutting up and stuff. I don't feel like it has anything to do with how we're raised. It's just who you are. For a long time, my dad didn't accept it. My mom never accepted it, but she knew. She knew what was up with me, and it sucked. It wasn't like, okay, well, I can say, hey, Mom, this is my girlfriend, and, this is what we're doing. It was until college where I was able to tell my parents or tell my father that, hey, I'm gay, and, I mean, this is what it is. No, he didn't like it, but, I mean, eventually he had to learn to just realize, okay, this is still my daughter. I still have to, I'm still going to love her regardless, and I'm still going to be there for her regardless. It took a minute. It took a hot minute, but it happened. I feel like Dwayne Wade is just going to accept his child regardless of how his child dressing. Now, he can have some type of control over that, but he can't control on what his child likes and what he don't like. All he can really do is accept it or not accept it. And I commend him for accepting it, because it's not easy. And it's not, on the child, it's not easy to come out and say, okay, look, I like this. You know what I'm saying? Especially being so young. I truly commend Dwayne Wade for that. Personally, due to liking girls and stuff like that, I don't do any PDA in front of my children, because I want my kids to learn on their own and love on their own and love who they love on their own. I don't want them to look and say, hey, mommy likes girls, you know, I'm supposed to be like that too. I don't want my children to do that. But I mean, if they turn out to like girls or like boys, I'm going to love my children regardless. That's my job, to love my children, protect my children. And I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I mean, I feel like the crop top is a bit much, but I mean, that's his style. That's what he doing. I'm not gonna knock you what you doing. I do have gay friends that do dress like that. I have guy friends that do dress drag, and I love them to death. Personally, I mean, I wouldn't want my child doing it, but I love my friends to death. I know I have a few listening now, and you know who you are, and I appreciate you. Know that if you ever want to talk, I'm here. We are all here if you guys want to talk. And to those who don't know how to talk to their parents, new listeners, or people who just don't know how to talk to their family, you guys can always chime in to us and let us know, you know, hey, this is what it is, or even advice on how to come to your parents. Like, it was strange how it came out to my dad. It was just kind of like, hey, yeah, so I'm hanging with this girl, and he was like, what you mean? Like, okay, that's cool, like your friend. I said, no, like, we do what you and your girlfriend do. And he was like, you know, the F, what you mean? So it wasn't easy, but I felt so much better when I finally did tell him. And I don't feel like I have to keep a secret with anybody anymore. Like, shoot, I don't care. Y'all can feel how y'all feel about me. I love people. People love me. I love girls. Girls love me. I can't help it. It is what it is. Yeah.
We see you feel real strongly about this.
strongly, because it's just who I am. Like, I can't help it. It wasn't a choice. It was never a choice. I've always known that. I've had a thing for women, like, way back when. I really knew when I was in middle school. Like, I would hang with the guys only because I knew the girls were watching. I would practice with the guys because I knew that the girls were out there trying to show out for the guys, and I saw what they were seeing too. Like, the girls would change in front of them and stuff, and I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, what's up then? Like, girls not gonna do that stuff. They're gonna feel kind of weird. Like, I don't want that girl looking at me. I mean, it was weird, but I mean, shoot, in middle school, you got to think about it. I'm 27 years old. Middle school, our time, that wasn't accepted. That was frowned upon with just about everybody. And it made things hard. It made me uncomfortable. I did have to kind of fake a relationship once for my mom. And, I mean, I knew she knew, but I also knew that she wasn't going to be like, well, sure, you know, have your girlfriend over here and do this and do that. Like, I snuck around, and I had my girlfriend, and God rest her soul, that was my love. God, that was my love, y'all. But I did have to keep it a secret. Like, her family was completely accepting of it, but my family wasn't. So they knew of her, but not knew her, if y'all know what I mean. Like, it wasn't easy. Now I don't care. I don't care who know. I don't care who. Baby, I'm going to love and love who I want to love and love hard. I promise you I am. And same go for my kids. Regardless if my daughter come in and say, "Mommy, I got a girlfriend." If my son come in, "Mommy, I got a boyfriend." I mean, we're gonna have a conversation because it's a different way, and I will talk to them about same sex, sexual activities and marriages and stuff like that, and want to know that if this is a phase or if this is really who you are. I mean, of course, everybody knows if the child gay. It ain't no secret. You gonna know. It ain't a secret. But I'm gonna let my children know I'm gonna love you. If you ain't safe nowhere else, you are always gonna be safe at home.
Right.
Always. Like, if you don't ever feel like you can be who you are anywhere else, you gonna always be who you are at home. If my daughter wanna dress like a little boy, if my son wanna dress like a little girl, you are safe at home to do it. You want your girlfriend to come over, your boyfriend, I do not care. I would rather you be at home where I know that you're safe, you're protected, and ain't nobody, judging you, whatever make you feel uncomfortable, than being out in these streets and, carrying on and stuff like that. And I don't care who feel differently about it. We can talk about it. I mean, y'all want to discuss it, y'all can inbox me personally or call me. But, I mean, I feel like that's in agreement with everybody. I really do. I ain't trying to go on about it. Y'all know this is a real deep topic for me. Like, I can go on for days about this because
we just gonna let Z do her own show on this one.
It ain't even about doing my own show. It's about, like, reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just. I honestly can't go on and on about this because I've lived both sides of this story.
Mm-hmm.
But the side where I wasn't able to come out, and then the side where I did come out, and having to feel the judgmental looks, and I mean, people was burning holes in my face, like, and then I had my family that was like, we knew, we still love you, I don't care, I love you, you still gonna be Z. Oh yeah, for sure, I'm gonna always be me. It just, I like what I like. And then after I came out, yeah, I got a few other folks that, oh yeah, me too, and yeah, I've always known. I was just scared to say anything, and I was like, it's not a trend, it's not a phase, it's who you are, and you can't help it. I mean, sometimes people are bi-curious and want to live and try to see what's going on, but being that and liking that and just really like, okay, this is it. Either you gonna take it or you gonna take it, because I'm not changing for anybody. Again, I do commend Dwayne Wade for accepting his son for who he is and letting him be who he is. Just like, what's the man's name? Oh man, what's the other one? There you go, Magic Johnson. Accept that child, baby. At the end of the day, that's your child. That's who you had. You had that baby. The baby ain't going nowhere. That's your child.
How do you feel
how
about...
you expect? Huh?
How do you... What?
I have a win.
Oh. Shit, Z.
I'm sorry.
I'm about to go to the next topic. She said I ain't go yet. I was like,
if y'all want to know more, just inbox me. My Instagram is Z said what she said, or just chime in on the No Capfeines Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. I'm here for y'all, and I love all y'all.
Well, we love you too, but how I feel about the situation is pretty much what Z hit on. Like, I have friends that are gay. My best friend was gay, and I know people that have been born that way gay. Like, I have friends and family members who I've known since I was a child that they like the same sex and just waited for them to tell us when they grown up. I have friends and family members who have dated opposite sex half of their life, and then they finally came to terms with it. They didn't like it, and when they felt like they were ready, they told that they liked the same sex. So my whole perspective coming from my children, there's nothing in this world my children can do for me to not love them at all. There's nothing that they can do for me to not have some type of love for them. And also, I will not have, I don't want to say that many expectations. I'm going to expect you to be a good person. I'm going to expect you to be a good student and just an all-around good human being. That's what I want for my kids. I want them to be a good person. Their sexual orientation, I feel like it has nothing to do with me. Whatever they choose to do in the bedroom has nothing to do with me. Now, that being said, as my kids are growing up, like you said, Z, you should notice if your kids are gay. If you pay attention to your kids, you would notice it. Whether you want to accept it or not, I feel like has nothing to do with you. That you're a parent. You should accept your kids as who they are because you love your kids. And also, I feel the same way you feel. My kids are never going to feel bad at home unless they're in trouble. Other than that, home is always going to be a safe space. This is going to be a space where everybody can come home and let a load off and relax and do whatever they want to do and feel accepted and feel loved. That's all they're going to feel when they come around their parents. That's all my kids are going to feel. And I mean, it's not nothing that's easy to accept. I don't think that's going to be an easy subject to accept for anybody. And I feel like I'm probably the most open-minded person I know. And if one of my sons came and told me they were gay, I wouldn't care that they're gay. I would care from the backlash they're going to get from the world. And I want to shield them from that, but I can't. So the only thing I could do is let them know, because I argue with people this all the time. I don't know where in the Bible they told you this was wrong, but they told us it was 50,000 things that was wrong that y'all chose to ignore. But you want to say being gay, you're going to hell for it. You don't know that. But anyway, that's my whole perspective of that. For Dwayne Wade and his son, I feel like they're rich. They live a different lifestyle. They kids do a lot more stuff than our kids do. He's a lot more flamboyant and he does a lot more stuff than I would let my 11-year-old child do. But like Ivory said and Jaylee said, that goes into parenting. Whatever you let your kids do, that's your business. Now, I would not let my son nor daughter at 11 years old expose their belly button, go to a gay pride event, because that's typically for older people. So I wouldn't go. But, I mean, once you hit like 14, 15 up in age, if you want me to go with you, I go then. I just feel like a lot of the stuff is not age appropriate, has nothing to do with him cross-dressing. And, I mean, that's just my whole opinion on it. I mean, I feel like age appropriateness goes into when your kid starts being gay. You still can't just let them do what they want to do. But if you're okay with it, then you're okay with it. I wouldn't be okay with it, but I would be 100% on board if my child was gay, because he's going to feel nothing but love coming from his mother. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, so that brings us into the next topic. The way his son is dressed, would you allow your regular female daughter to dress that way at that age? Like, with the crop tops and the nails and...
Hell no.
See, exactly. So
hell no.
that's
not
just
at that age.
screaming, perverts, come get me.
I don't think that. I don't think it's screaming perverts come get you, because I feel like real perverts, it don't matter what you got on.
True.
They're going to come get you. Now, I feel like
it's more enticing, though.
I feel like it's more exposure. And it's just not age appropriate. Like, we all, except Jaylene, grew up in the 90s. And you know what we had on. We looked a hot mess. We did, compared to these kids. Like, we had on windbreakers. Have you seen a windbreaker in the last 5 years? Ever?
I got one.
Why do you have a
I was
windbreaker?
wearing one.
I got a...
But the way we dressed was what I consider what kids look like. We were age appropriate up until we were teenagers. These kids now are 14 years old going to makeup artists to go to school. Makeup artists for prom. Like, prom is a big $1,000 ordeal now, and we got that junk handled with like maybe $500.
Customized dress.
Right.
Your mama or your cousin did your makeup and stuff like that. It wasn't so a big just orchestra of stuff now. Like, what these kids are exposed to now, and these kids are also kids of the internet. I feel like you have to hunker down as a parent. Like, you got to do some real parenting these days. Like, our parents didn't really have to parent us that much, because just like sex trafficking was not, it was going on, but it wasn't that rampant. You could let your kid walk 3-5 miles down the road and not worry about them not coming home, because neighbors watched your kids.
We used to go outside. I ain't no kids outside at the playground these days.
No kids. It's different now. So, no, I would not let my 11-year-old daughter nor my 11-year-old son dress the way that he lets his sons dress. But I'm not going to get mad at him for doing that, or I'm not going to talk about him for doing that, because, like I said, people raise their kids the way they want to raise it. And I feel like for the most part, he does love his kid. He does protect his kid. So if it's just one flaw, or maybe, you could look at it different. You could look at it as maybe that's what makes his son comfortable. Maybe it is. Now, my whole thing is when it comes to people parenting, I don't think you should showcase everything. That's my whole thing. You don't have to take pictures of everything. You don't have to Instagram everything. You don't have to Facebook. You don't have to YouTube it. You do not have to let these people into your life. And that's why I'm so private. Because I don't want nobody's opinion on my life. I don't want you to know how I'm raising my kids. I don't want you to know what we do every day. Because I don't want your opinion. But I feel like once you become a celebrity and you choose to be on Instagram, you choose to showcase this stuff, then you got to accept the backlash to come with it. And if you don't want it, then I feel like don't show it.
Right.
But what about these sex traffickers, though?
To me, the whole sex trafficking thing, it's kind of like, I mean, it's real. It is real, but the it's not funny. But the funny thing about it is like how it's characterized by a white van. Like
The white van.
be scared of the white van. Don't look if that white van driving down the road. You better go inside the house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Does it have to be a white van?
it doesn't have to be a white van.
It's
It could be
never.
anybody.
It's usually never.
And society
white
is
van.
so society is so stupid. Right, society is so stupid to where
No,
kids
Tansy,
are
because
going
it's a
on
black
Facebook
van.
looking at these posts, it's a white van. So they just scared of white vans. They ain't scared of nothing else but white vans.
What about that Escalade, that Cadillac?
It's literally a Corolla that's probably finna
Right.
smash you up.
Right.
Like seriously.
Or somebody walking down
It's
the road.
it's-
not even in a car.
I feel like
It's gonna be some type of Toyota.
right. I feel like
It's just gonna be some type of Toyota.
I feel like on the serious tip about sex trafficking, I feel like they need to get rid of the market. As long as it's a market for this, it's gonna always happen. Always. I feel like they need to get rid of the market. First of all, we need to figure out the people that are buying these people.
Them rich people?
It's always it be people in your neighborhood that you never think that really and truly have something to do with sex trafficking. I feel like for technology to be as advanced as it is, they should really have a better handle on it. Now, I feel like the whole thing with the sex trafficking with the white vans is literally a Facebook post that went viral, and that's it. I feel like that's it. A Facebook post that went viral. Most of the people that are kidnapping people are, like we said, in regular cars, regular vehicles, regular people that you see in Walmart that'll just grab you and put you in something. It don't have to be a white van. They probably gonna put you in a trunk.
I wish they would grab me. Boy, there's gonna be one fight of their life.
They're gonna return me.
And
They gonna
also,
return me for real.
and also, you gotta realize that people that usually snatch them up, they usually stalk these people. They usually look at what's going on. They're not gonna really get people that are really going
Like
to be
random.
looked for and stuff like that.
Yeah. Ain't nobody reaching out for no damn random, because you
Right.
don't know what that person got on them. They be holding a whole goddamn with a whole pistol in their back pocket, and they don't know. You know, I got a friend that hold a knife on her every single day, everywhere she go. Like, you know, like you said, it is somebody that's stalking you and had been watching you for a minute. Ain't nobody just randomly, oh, this man just randomly took. Now, if it's a child, that's different.
You're right.
But if it's somebody grown, no, they watching your life, baby. They knowing that, okay, she gonna be here by herself at this time. Perfect time to grab her. Okay, she gonna do this over here. You know, perfect time to do it. There ain't nobody just random. Like, I wish I might walk out of Walmart, somebody just random. Baby. Ooh, child.
I mean,
You
it's-
might as
it's
well just
scary.
go on and go on down
Actually, it's not.
your
I
own
really-
ass.
I really don't be scared about it, for one, because I mean, I watch my kids.
Right.
And whenever we in public, I really watch my kids. Like, they all three of them be in the buggy, and I just can't get much stuff. Like, that's truly how I am. And
Right.
I'm really not scared. I really don't be scared about it. I mean, for one, I feel like the fear that everyone is creating is giving them more power. Like, you can fight off an attacker,
Right.
especially grown people. If kids are evading these people, grown people can evade these people. I think they just have too much fear attached to it. I think you need to look at it in a different light. Like, if somebody try to attack me or somebody try to grab me, what am I going to do to defend myself? Because once you start defending yourself, they'll let that shit go, because they usually do it in public and it attracts too much attention. they'll let it go. And that's not. I don't really have no fear about it. I don't think about nobody taking my kids. I think about people taking my kids when I'm not with my kids. If I'm with them, I know ain't nothing gonna happen to them. And that's why I'm real apprehensive about people getting all three of my kids. I'm like, what you mean you want all three? You want one of them? You know, because I don't know if you could watch all three. I tell my mama that all the time, and she about cursed me out. Like, what you mean? I can't watch all of them. I'm like, okay, you right. You watched us. I got you.
What's really crazy is what's really going around when we talking about this sex trafficking thing being viral, Facebook posts going viral. There's been a lot of these whole cheating posts going viral too. A lot of folks, and then these comments are off the walls. Like, you don't realize how much hurt people holding on to from being cheated on until you really in these comments about stuff. I'm honestly in like 3 or 4 different groups on Facebook, and each group I look at, oh, it's a cheating meme right here, it's a cheating meme right there. The girl posting about how her guy just cheated, and the dude posting about, I mean, my Facebook is booming right now, y'all. But a guy talking about how his girl, he just called his girl cheating and F love, and he cool off of it. What y'all got going on with this? Like, I know I've been cheated on, but I've been cheated on, child, and been accused of doing the cheating. And it was just like, yeah, okay. But, shoot me. Look at this one. You cheat on me, I cheat. Don't cheat on me because I cheat back. But the girl in the comments talking about I'm not going to cheat back because that's not right and it's hurtful. I mean, it is, but it happens. Let's cover. Yeah, there it is. I mean, I mean, this time I got cheated on, y'all. My ex fell asleep while I was playing a game, and her ex, or I thought she was an ex, ended up texting. I told Shawty, I made it like I was her, and I told her to come on down to the house, and Z ain't here no more. She went to stay at her dad's house, and come on down, come to the house or whatever. And that girl pulled up, and I told that girl, butt up in the street. As soon as that girl hopped off that bus, I drug her butt down the road and beat her down. Like, what you not gonna do is disrespect me, and you coming into my house. This is my house, and because you knew exactly where I stayed, and that let me know you done been here before.
Dang.
So now it's an issue. Now, sweetheart, as soon as, you know, my ex, when she brought her butt outside, oh, I told her ass up too. We catch your hands left and right. Like, you better move quickly, because it's a whole octopus out here whooping your ass. Like, whoo, child. It wasn't no coming back after that one. It wasn't no comeback. Like, I mean, my ex did some cold shit and really just made it seem like I was the one doing stuff. We don't get into that, because, child, we're not going to get into that, because that's going to cause a whole commotion. But just know that, baby, I ain't cheat on you, honey, but you did me wrong now. You did me wrong, and I know your raggedy ass listening. You did me wrong. I don't care. I don't care how you feel. You did a few other people the same way. You know exactly who you are. And your shit gonna come. It's gonna come back on you. Don't know when. I don't know how. I don't care when or how, but it's gonna happen. Do you, baby. At the end of the day, I'm happy. I'm straight. Me and my children, we're straight. We all good. It don't matter. It don't matter what you did. You just know that you did it. Don't run from it, baby. You did it.
Long story short, back in college, Tallahassee, Florida, was dating this dude, and I had 3 roommates. Me and him, we were together in high school, but we broke up, and then we got back together again for like a month in college, which I knew I shouldn't have done, because the reason I left him in the first place was because he was cheating. Anyways, so me and the roommates, we going out to the club. I think it was called Baja's at the time. And before we get ready, we walk down to our other roommate's place, and we take pictures. I'm looking through the camera, you know, looking at all the little pictures we just took. You know, when you get to the end of the camera, it starts over with the first picture that you took in the camera. So it switches back to the first picture in the camera. And while I'm at the studio on that night, they took that picture, whatever, 2 days, 3 days before we went to the club. I'm at the studio. I look at the camera. I see my ex taking Jello shots off my roommate. Did I fight my roommate then and there? No, because I don't fight over niggas. But we did end up fighting over something else a couple months down the road. But I went back to my place. I walked in my room because he was staying over there at the time. And I simply told him, get your shit and get out. He wouldn't do it. So, me being the petty person that I am, there was plenty of guys who wanted to talk to me at the time. So I had one of them come over. We walked into the apartment together. I looked at my ex while he was sitting on the couch. I took the new dude by the hand, went in my room and locked the door. And all I heard was the back door slamming after that. Don't fuck with me. You gonna get fucked with right back. I'm petty when it comes to cheating. I'm sorry. It's just me. Don't do me wrong. You do me wrong, then just be prepared to get done wrong back. I'm sorry. That's just how I am. But that's my story of my cheating and my revenge.
So for the record, I'm 19. I ain't really lived a long life, so I ain't really been cheated on bad. The most that I've got cheating on is like texting other people that I know of. I ain't ever like found nobody nowhere, no shit like that. But I mean, yeah, I show out when I find it though. Like I don't do no revenge type stuff. Like I've never been the type to do revenge, like text other people, blah blah. For some reason, I don't have the energy to text other people, so I just get mad and hit you. That's what I do. Okay, maybe I can talk about the worst time I've hit somebody. No, I've chased somebody around the hotel before. I've done that. So, I mean, I think that's a pretty good, yeah.
Girl, let's just hope you don't get to that point.
Scratching your cooch like a nigga.
What?
Yeah, I told you she got that little rash. It's going away now, though. But...
Wait a minute.
Oh, she still got it?
Yeah, it's going away. Like, you can't even see it no more.
What you be putting on it? Okay.
Andy.
Girl, I told you put some daggone cooking.
Girl, I did that one time, but I didn't know how many times I was supposed to do it. So, I got
You're
some
supposed to do it each time you change her. It'll go away by the next day.
I mean, it's gone, but she's still, like, I guess it's still, like, you know, itching a
I'm
little
telling you, get some cooking oil. It'll dry it up.
Oh, coconut oil, girl. You told me
Cooking oil.
Oh, cooking oil. I was gonna say. I thought you said cooking oil.
Make
No, I'm gonna say I ain't put coconut oil. I put cooking oil.
You gotta make sure you heat it up though, real hot, like you about to fry some chicken.
Man, shut the hell up. No, you not.
Oh, you trying to burn my baby?
Don't burn that baby.
See, Ivory is evil.
Okay, I've been cheated on in every relationship I done been in. No, not one. Just one. I've been in like 4, I think. I've been cheated on in 3. All 3 of them, yep. Okay. So, let's think of the last time I found out I got cheated on. I won't give dates, so this won't indicate exactly who I'm talking to. But I'm going to just say women's intuition is a thing. You always have an intuition that something's going on. It usually starts, to me, first it starts with distance. Your spouse gets a little bit more distant from you, you know. They seem to be on their phone a lot more often than they used to and stuff like that. And they start getting secretive and stuff like that. It's you can always sense when it's coming. This time that I got cheated on, the way I found out was the other person actually told me. Yeah, I was leaving a job. I left multiple jobs, so you can't tell what I'm talking about. I left multiple jobs. But it was the last day on this job, and I didn't really tell everybody that, you know, I was leaving. So everybody was talking to me, trying to say goodbye. We getting through like a whole little party and stuff. And I look at my messages. It was a Facebook request. I feel like anytime I get a Facebook message request, it's just always going to be negative energy. So anytime I get a Facebook message request, I probably have a mini panic attack. So, because I'm like, it's somebody unknown that you don't know that's messaging you, and they can feel the need to message you, so it may not be good. Well, this was another girl telling me that they had been with the other person, my boyfriend, the day before. Oh, God. That they had actually had sex the day before. And I think my heart dropped when it happened. And I went in straight in adrenaline mode because it happened the day before. And it got to the point where I was questioning all my actions because I knew something was going on. I kept getting questions of, when I'm going to work, what time are you getting off work? What are you doing when you get off work and stuff? Are you coming straight home and stuff like that? And I don't even know if I want to tell the rest of it. It's kind of sounds, I'm just embarrassed. Kind of make me look bad. I think that's just a guilt trip that we have when it's not our fault, but...
Fuck that.
Right, fuck that.
Fuck that.
It's embarrassing to me.
You did what you did and the hell with them.
It's embarrassing to me, but so just like I said, I had hints that stuff was happening before. My bed squeaked a little different the night before. Like, see, y'all judging me. That's not funny. That was not funny at all.
No, that's what.
It was not funny at
the
all.
whole time, that's what you was embarrassed about?
That is embarrassing. I slept in the bed that they had sex in. Like, that's embarrassing as hell. But, yeah, so when she told me, I talked to her for a good probably 30 to 45 minutes. I did know this person. I knew this person. So I knew exactly who she was. Now, while I didn't have any anger towards her, I only had anger towards the person I was with, because with me, I feel like anybody could try to come into anybody's relationship, but it's only if that person opens the door. If you never open that door, then no matter what anybody tries to do towards you, it'll never happen. So I came home and met up with him, and God, he just acted like it was nothing. Like it was just business as usual. And I'm trying to figure out what kind of devil sitting on this couch that he just act like he ain't just fucked another girl the day before. Like, Jesus. Okay. So I confronted him, let him know I knew. And, of course, they go into straight, defense mode. And they sad and they angry. They don't know why they did it and stuff like that. I think I probably cried some. But I really don't deal with stuff when it happens. I really don't. I don't deal with any situation that's very traumatizing to afterwards. That situation happened, I would just ballpoint it. Just say like maybe January. I didn't start dealing with that situation until I was maybe 6 months pregnant, 8 months later. That's when that situation hit me. 8 months later didn't happen while I was 6 months pregnant. That's when that situation hit me.
Oh, God.
That's when I started to deal with it. That's when all my depression and stuff started. So, cheating for me is very bad. It's very bad.
It's low down.
It's very low down. So, but on the other end, we'll go into our other topic since I was the last one to talk. Have you ever cheated? And I would say, yes, I have. I have cheated before. I think of the 3 men that cheated on me, I think I cheated on them too. I ain't cheat first, though.
Exactly. I think that's the story with all of us.
I didn't cheat first. And the reason why I say I didn't cheat first is because I don't go into a committed relationship not committed. If I commit to you, I'm committed to you. No, actually, one of them I did cheat first, but I was younger. So I would honestly say that you cannot fully love somebody with all your heart and soul if you could sleep with somebody else. Coming from me being a cheater, half cheated, you cannot. There's no way you can love and care about a person and say you want the best for them and you would do something that would hurt them. Now, I didn't do a revenge cheat. I just came across a person that I liked. And I liked them. It ain't just like I just went out in the middle of the night and slept with somebody. I literally came across a person that I like and probably spent entirely too much time with them and stuff developed and it happened. Now, the type of person I am, my spouse didn't have to find out about it. I told him. I always tell him myself. Always. Because I have a conscience. Now, during the last time I cheated was probably it was some years ago. I ain't gonna say the exact years. It was some years ago, though. It's been years since I've cheated. Definitely way before I ever got married. That last time, I was questioning my relationship. I didn't think I was gonna be in my relationship anymore. I really wanted out, but didn't really know how to get out. But I was also very comfortable in my relationship, financially and stuff like that. I was also very comfortable. So I was really on the wit's end of if I wanted to stay or not. And a guy came along. And I should have never entertained this guy, but I did. I ended up liking him. We ended up having really good times together and pretty much developed a whole side relationship. A whole side relationship. And I have no idea how I kept it up as long as I did. But it got to the point to where I didn't want to hurt my spouse anymore. They didn't know it was going on at all. They probably had hints that they didn't pick up on. And I didn't want to hurt him anymore. And I broke it off. I said I wasn't going to do it anymore. And I say probably 2 or 3 months later, I told my spouse about it. Now, he immediately forgave me. But again, he don't deal with stuff when it happened. And it ended up breaking us up. It did. It ended up breaking us up. And I mean, I wasn't happy about the breakup, but I understood it. And I mean, it is what it is with that. So, do I recommend cheating? No. I recommend you do whatever you got to do to end the relationship before you break people's heart. That's my whole thing. From both perspectives, I feel like you should end your relationship and go be single and do what you want to do. And then you ain't got to worry about hurting people, because hurt people hurt people. And that's how people get killed. That's what I always say.
You have the nerve to want to cheat on me and still sit in my face like everything's fine and dandy, then fuck you. I mean, period. I don't care. It took more than enough times, though, for you to do that to me, for me to finally be like, okay, whatever, fine. If this is the game we're finna play, but once I did it, girl, the world ended. I'm such a bad person, and I'm a horrible person, and I'm wrong for this, and I ruined our relationship, and I felt like it was a way out. I felt like that particular person was looking for a way out. I honestly feel like if you don't want to be with me, don't be with me. I'm not finna hold you back from nobody's happiness. I'm not finna hold you back. Don't feel like you finna hurt my feelings, baby, because I've lost just about everything I've ever had, and I mean, you really can't hurt my feelings. I really ain't got no feelings left in me for you to hurt. I feel like the only people right now at this time can really hurt my feelings are my children. Like, if something, and God forbid, anything happens to my children, that'll be the only thing that really will hurt my feelings. I don't care. Do what you do. All I ask is that you be honest with me. But seeing that this particular person cannot be honest with me, and I'm constantly catching you cheating on me, and you just somehow just don't want to leave me alone, and always want to, oh, babe, I'm not going to do it again type of stuff. And my stupid self just believing you. And just, okay, well, sure, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know, and my mama always told me, a month gonna cheat. They gonna cheat and they gonna lie. It's gonna happen. That's on you if you gonna be the one to stick around and deal with it or not. And I did stick around. I dealt with it for as long as I could. And then it got to the point to where it was just, you don't care? Hell, I ain't gonna care. But once, like I said, once I did it, that was the end of the world. Oh, I'm the worst person in the world. Now you telling everybody I cheated on you, but you ain't gonna tell nobody what you did. I said it is what it is. And at this point, it's just whatever. Like I tell, people I deal with now, do what you do. Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to be in no relationship. If we kicking it, we vibing. It is what it is.
Well, I can honestly say I've never cheated in a real relationship. Like in middle school, like everybody cheated in middle school. Like everybody, everybody talking to like different people. But like in a real relationship, which I've only had 2 real relationships. No, I've never cheated, because one thing I do hate, and I really do hate, is a liar. Don't drag their feelings along. Don't drag them along.
Can you repeat that for the folks in the back with the cheap tickets?
Don't drag anyone's feelings along, because you don't know what you're doing to that person mentally. Like that. Lying. I hate lying. I hate cheaters. I mean, I feel like in some situations there's not to call it cheating, but there's a good reason to. Some people feel like they have to get attention from another person because that person isn't giving them the right attention. If I ever had the chance to cheat, I wouldn't do it. Well, all right, guys, that was the end of our 3rd video. You guys, it will be up on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google, basically everywhere you can put a podcast on. So go like, comment, and subscribe, and we will be viewing you all's topics and opinions on our Facebook group. So don't forget to go ahead and comment on there. And we appreciate you guys. Bye bye.
Guys, have a good night.
Bye y'all.
Good night. Well, holla.